Welcome back, Redeemers. 안녕, 로입니다.
Nick,
Keith,
and I'm Curtis.
And this is our second video, our second reaction to Big Bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, sorry.
No, you did good. You did good. This is actually their debut song.
YG in the motherfucking building.
Okay, all right. Man.
Sorry,
I like the energy.
I feel like that. YG bring that certain kind of energy.
I like the energy. It's a throwback, taking us back to 2006. Y'all remember where y'all was at in 2006? It's in 9th grade. Some of our redeemers gonna be like, I wasn't here.
I was just born.
All right, but no, without further ado, like I said, this is Big Bang's debut. We Belong Together.
Baby boo.
One day. Hey, nah.
Whatever you do, someone always trust you. Yeah, you know, we belong together.
Wait, who that singing? Mark Mom. Okay.
오늘도 눈부신 날 그녀가 내게 다가와 저 키보드 say hi my sweet lover 난 아직도 부끄러워
Wait, is that Tom? That's G-Dragon. Right there, G-Dragon right there, right? Okay.
You fly to the sky 우리 만나지 못했더라면 나 어땠을까 넌 내게 사는 이유가 없이 난 내 아니지 내 눈을 바라봐요 my love Ooh baby baby 내게만 속삭여줘 달콤한 내 입술로 내게 대해서만 살아도 같이 흘렸던 두 눈물로 하늘 보며 맹세잖아 우리 영원한 기도 맨날 기도해 난 믿어 yeah 너 사랑해
Like,
don't cry.
Take a lot.
Belong together.
top right here. Is this Mom, Cheyenne, and this they bias?
누가 뭐라 해도 좋아하는 사이 목을 큰 듯이 세상 가장 most incredible 왜 홀로 되는지 단둘이 외로운 이 삶을 살아간데도 지치고 지쳐서 너와 나 떨어진데도 세상의 미로에 갇혀버린 날 위로해준 그대 내 hero 너를 만난 뒤 내 삶은 like drama 널 향한 내 맘은 산과 나무 길보단 더 넓고 더 푸른 날 바다 같다 파도를 받아들여 와나 질투를 바람
Hey.
영원히 me and you 우리 사랑은 현재 진행 중
Dragging the top out of her?
Yeah, this is a rap song.
It's like 21 this man in my phone. Got like 21 this man in my phone. Oh my God, remember when niggas used to have the one sleeve up?
And then what's more 2000s than this?
Oh, this is
Big Bang is VIP. If y'all ain't know, VIP is the name of their fandom. And watching their club videos, you kind of get why. So, but
It's a nice way
man.
to put this, man. This is a top 5 debut. It made me feel that good inside.
The nostalgia, man.
It was the nostalgia.
Good inside.
It's ironic that a Fab-like beat came on because her singing reminds me, if you know, you know, Lil Mo. It was so Lil Mo-ish. And I'm not gonna say it carried it, but it really puts you in that mood for the song. I do want to learn more members because if y'all heard me whispering alone and shit, my mom and some of my early K-pop stuff outside of Rain was Ta, who's implemented here on the second verse and stuff like that. So I was just like, I kind of wondered why only him and G Dragon got the spit for a debut, but you said it was hip hop centric, so they kind of just let them.
Well, I'll explain.
Explain when we get in here, but. Yeah, this it just was something real warm and just something like that just kind of brought me back. Obviously it's a lot of you got served kind of elements in here. I guess is that like addressing the elephant in the room or something?
No, it's very like realistic. Like I said, I'll just address it.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this video into that.
No, it's not a bad thing at all, though.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it's not bad.
No, not at all. When it's real, and if this is who they are and stuff like that, then that's cool. But I love it. I just love the elements of everything and how nostalgic it was. And if you're here after watching the other video, this is what I'm talking about. The whole walking with your girl, y'all pick her up, and you know y'all in the lockers, and it's just like.
Have we seen anybody drive a car besides that truck in the what you call it? I didn't even say it like that.
The infamous truck.
Yeah.
Nah, the Super M100 thing.
Yeah, we've seen the Jig Jing. They driving Jig Jing. They driving car. Ironically, YJ. They driving cars and stuff.
Remember, like you said, YG's the trendsetters, being cool and everything like that.
That Cheetah and Chicken Noodle Soup.
So we got a few.
Yeah.
But this was 06, so this is
for sure.
and everything like that. But what you think, Keith, or Kurt, whoever goes?
I thought this was cool. This definitely is like a throwback to like an early 2000s video. Even like the color palette and the warmth in the video kind of reminds me of something you would see on like BET, 106 in Park if you turned into it. The style of dress is clearly something you would see. The oversized white, or not even white tees, but oversized tees with the low-hanging chains and the artificial official New Era hats that you could probably get from the Akis or whatever. The Kango joints. It's definitely had that type of vibe. For sure. The Mustang was a giveaway. The lighting on the whole thing, everything just gives 2000, man. Like if you were to go back and watch the 2000 videos or whatever was on TRL or 106 in Park and around between 2000 and 2010, it would remind you of something like this. Whether it be Bow Wow and whoever doing a track together, or Omarion and B2K or whatever. The beginning of the video in the dance studio kind of remind me of New Edition, If It Isn't Love. It had that sort of practice vibe, but after they got out of there, that kind of fell apart. But this show was definitely dope. And it wasn't like how some of the videos in the early 2000s were, where it was kind of like your boys were clowning you because you was in love. They was actually cool. Yeah. They were like, he
picked them in his girl.
Right.
Like
They kind of boosting them up. So I thought it was kind of cool. It definitely hit for a moment. Wait, what?
3-6 Mafia.
You said 3-6 Mafia?
He thought the shit said I love
South Korea.
Which, like, nothing's wrong with that.
Man, nothing's wrong with that at all. It's almost like a nigga wearing like I Love Philly joint.
And this joint, this almost sounds
this is so 2000s. Like,
it's so 2000, but the beat almost sound almost like when it first come on, clap back.
Yeah, it does.
It sound like NBA Live music. That's why I said like.
Yeah, these sound like the Just Blaze version of NBA Live.
Hell yeah, 03.
Yes, 03. Now this show is even that throw move, like the explosion that is so. Yeah, that is so you got served, bro.
It's like who's the name?
Someone in the headphones like.
He said somebody might be in the headphones, just like, oh, whoa, turn that shit up.
And then 50 gonna get us get us canceled. Anyway, no, but the joint was definitely a good video for a debut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Even started
I don't
off
know
with
how
the mirrors.
receptive as a debut I would have been for music like this at the time. Maybe I would have vibed with more with the second track, if that was a full release. But this actually I can't even say, because at that time niggas was listening to everything, bro.
I would assume they were mega rookies. I could be wrong, but I would assume.
Sort of, kind of.
When did this come out again?
06.
He said 06.
Fall 06.
So Ja was done.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I'd have listened to this, because remember, this is like the 50 Cent gangsta shoot 'em up, bang bang.
This after that.
Yeah.
Actually, 06 was
06.
Jeezy,
So
T.I.
That's
That-
T.I.
so that's
and,
even worse.
Yeah. This is ringtone era.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I don't know.
I would have listened to this because I
probably
was in high
downloaded it as a
school.
ringtone.
I was in MySpace era and stuff like
Because
that.
Kiss
too.
Me Through the Phone and all that shit was very prevalent
years
still
later,
2
yeah.
years later after this.
Yeah, that's
Or
2
3 years. Yeah, 3 years
though.
later.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, this still sounds all in the same
For
vein.
my age
yeah.
at the time, I would have been on this.
So,
yeah.
so let me ask you a question. Is this the rare occasion where this is the trendsetter for like Kiss Me Through the Phone and things like that?
I can't call it the
Or do you think the
trendsetter.
music would have just evolved that way naturally? With them,
Yeah,
with or
I think
without
the
them?
music evolved because this is very much like, in my opinion, "Let Me Hold You," just like that.
You done gave it away.
We did that in this.
No, that was the other
That was-
video.
Oh, that was the other one.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was gonna say we
Another
did
video.
I just gave it away.
this. If they watch this,
If they watch it.
right. Hey. But this is this is like, reminds me of like those Bow Wow songs. That's how
Yes.
I looked at it. But
Yes.
I'll elaborate on that later. Go ahead, Kurt.
At the time was the biggest hit, like biggest artist in the
Shorty
world.
Like
though.
Mine. Oh,
Romeo,
yes.
wait, no, Romeo was the biggest artist.
To who? Niggas that live in New Orleans?
Save us, Kurt.
Let him tell it.
Nah, I thought this was really cool. I really love everything about, you know, the way it was shot. The nostalgic factor is definitely what carries through the strongest for me, I'll say. You know, everything being shot in standard, the whole kind of simple but effective, you know, storyline that they're telling, as Keith had alluded to as well. Everything about the color grading and the color palette of everything. It's just definitely a very nostalgic feeling, and certainly took you back to a time. I will say I definitely love everything that they did in the rap verse of this, and particularly with that beat, because it definitely, like, they flowed on that beat so effortlessly, it seemed like. So it was a great showcase of their rapping skills, even on this side of it. I will say, I don't want to say the backbone of the track is the vocals, though, in
Yes.
particular, but it definitely, like, stood through the strongest for me, and I don't want to judge their debut on someone who I don't believe is even in the group or anything like that, but whoever that vocalist was, I would definitely love to hear a lot more of her work as well, because, you know, she absolutely crushed it. But this being, you know, what they did on the rap line and everything like that, they absolutely crushed that. I don't know if they produced their own beats or anything like that, or if they have, you know, other producers or anything like that, but I definitely love the sound and the register everything was in. And then when everything stopped and it got to the later section of them, like, really break down rapping with the choreography and everything like that, they absolutely snapped. And I imagine that must have been a really tough decision on the part of a producer, as far as your debut, you want to showcase the effort and your skill set to the best of your ability. So I don't know if they were like, this isn't quite our style, this is more our style, so let's, you know, splice it together. But however they came to that decision, it definitely certainly showed that, you know, that they are incredibly talented. So it's an incredibly strong debut, and I'm not familiar with Big Bang personally, at least to the extent of, you know, how notorious they are for everything that they've brought to the game and everything like that. But I'm certainly along for that journey, because they absolutely crushed us.
Well, guys, so I forgot how I even got into Big Bang outside of, like, before that. Like I said, I had
You probably typed in coolest K-pop idol ever and landed on
I
G-Drag.
actually did that before and just, you know what I mean.
But
Was it
G-Drag,
from one
and
of our
then it was like,
history
what group was he in?
Huh?
Was it from one of our history videos?
For sure is mentioned in every. I think they for sure
Possibly, because we
mentioned.
definitely watched our Bang 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 reaction, and then, you know. But like I said, I had knew about G-Dragon, but it was more so in the fashion world, just because he's, like, big in the fashion world and everything like that, and I never, like, really, like, paid, you know, any attention and went to look into any music. And so just hearing him about him, his legacy and everything like that, his story is, like, really crazy. I won't give up too many deets, because obviously we want to do guides or, You know, also they had a making the band type show for their debut and everything like that. It was really intense. Like,
you know the name of the survival show was, or
it was just Big Bang making the group. It was 6 of them originally, and YG was like, I want to get y'all down to 4.
Okay.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it. Things happen, but you see is 5 now. But
We should have made this shit more interesting. Have 8 and cut half.
it was, bro, that shit was actually pretty intense the way that it was really like making the band, but just a little bit more dramatic and less comedic. But I'll give a little backstory on G Dragon. So him and Taeyong is the one with the braids that look like Omarion, basically. They were trainees at YG for 8 years or 6 years before debuting. So G Dragon was just like a kid prodigy. He was on TV as a kid and everything, like 4 years old, like I guess like a Korean version of Sesame Street or something like that. He was one of the kids on there. He was an SM like rookie or trainee at like 8 or 9 or something, but then he didn't like the way they was, you know, dealing with his career or whatever, so he left and just started rapping on his own. He heard Cream by Wu-Tang Clan at his friend's house, and he wrote the song down phonetically in Hangul as a kid. He wrote it down. He didn't know what the shit mean. He wrote everything down, you know, phonetically, and just learned to rap from there and learned to flow from there. Literally how they did that. So
it's a good reference source, man.
No, like that's why, when I heard that, I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's just like a hell of a story and anecdote to do
That's
it."
incredible.
And then he started rapping as a kid, and he got picked up to rap on like other people's tracks and stuff like that, and by a group from YG. And
I've seen a couple of them kid projects.
Yeah, Taeyong, same thing. He was just a dancer and a singer, and he got picked up, so they was trainees in front of the group. But like I said, I won't spoil everything else because hopefully we'll be able to watch their making a band show.
So your Dom situation was almost his situation was being like a young boy on the record label for like 6 years.
Dog, they had them cooking. But like I said, the rest of that when we watch the show, we'll go there. But this song right here, I heard this, and like I said, I immediately got hit with the nostalgia, and it was just like, yo, this is crazy. The beats, like I said, I wish Shy was here, but you know, we'll just play it for her. But because I know she loved Top, like you said. But this was just so dope. Park Bomb is the singer on the hook. She's a member of 21. I didn't know too much about them outside of CL being in the group. So when I heard this, I was like, God damn. Like, I didn't know they was handling business like that or whatever. Like that. She really smoked these vocals on this. And like you said, it made the lyrics or the rhythm made me think of Ashanti, but the vocals was definitely Little Mo. Like, you know, just back in that era. And like I said, I thought this was super dope. The video reminded me of like a Bow Wow video and everything like that. And the guys, like the way they dress, and then Shorty in a little, you know, short tennis skirt and stuff like that. It's just super nostalgic. And if you was, you know, of age during that time, you know what we was talking about.
They hit the checklist for everything. You playing basketball, you had the car scene,
you got
in high school, forces,
everything.
The mirror scene, like you know what I mean. They hit everything.
The pretty boy got the braids, and you know that whole thing like that. So. But yeah, man, like I said, G Dragon, he instantly became one of my favorites after this because I think he produced this too. So he produced and wrote a lot of their songs from the rip, and you know, I always thought that was kind of dope of him. But yeah, man, I won't spill too many beans on G Dragon. I know we got some VIP in here. I don't know how many. If you are VIP, let us know on this. Come in the comments. Like I said, we are hopefully, you know, we'll get to, because we got a bunch of shows to watch, so I won't say like we're gonna watch it ASAP or anything, but eventually we will get to watching the Big Bang making the group.
I heard them VIPs transition, like not just in the VIPs, but they make it seem like people are very brand oriented over there though. So like if you was banging with them, most likely you banged with 21, you banged with Icons, you banged with Blackpink, you banged with Treasures, Winner, like you know. It's families that I heard are like,
oh yeah, very much like a YG family.
Yeah, I've heard beef has been started over like that's a SM family, that's a YG family. Like
Montagues and Capulets.
But yeah, you good?
That purple tie. What company you from, cuz?
So what company you rep, cuz?
Like,
I was happy 2 videos
ago. I listened to a play, bro.
So all right.
Who your grandma listen to?
VIP service right to hell.
Yeah, who your granny listen to?
No, it's funny.
VIP past the hell.
They brought up the Kendrick thing. I couldn't help but think of that with the beat switch.
You said what?
Like, two different songs because he brought up the Kendrick thing, and I was thinking, ironically, the Mad City. Like I'm saying, the beats.
Oh, yeah.
In two different songs. I don't know why, but it just.
This
like,
was
helped
such a
think of
thing in the early 2000s with the whole switching or cutting the song out. Like I said, Fabulous did it the most out of anybody I can remember.
Genuine had a few
Yeah.
tracks where he did it and did a
Yeah,
dance
G
break
definitely.
in the videos.
G did that shit too.
Especially when the songs were
Pimpin' on
polar,
the album.
especially when the songs were polar opposites.
Yes.
When it's like if it's a singing track, the tail end of it be like a hill. Yo, hip hop, we in here. And it's just like, oh, they got rap shit on the album too.
He did it in None of Your Friends' Business. He did it in what? So Anxious
Tell
with the
Me.
Tell me.
Every song that got a video on that debut album had that shit.
No, I mean like an actual video. So like, remember the joint he did the breaking joint with the broom?
Oh, that was None of Your Friends' Business.
No, that was None of Your Friends' Business. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he had a joint So Anxious too, where it was like a dance break in between that joint.
Oh yeah, I hated it though. It completely ruined the momentum of
Hashtag
this.
Sunness.
No genuine let me chill. But
I mean, you know, he got that video circulating lately.
yeah, I was just about. He already going through enough. They talking about his knees look sharp.
Moving
But,
furniture and shit.
Anyway, sorry G, we love you.
Really do. But this is the
Yeah,
same
that's
OG to me.
He old is right. Anyway, so like, yeah,
This was fun. I'm glad you guys actually liked it. You know,
Top 5 they
like I
did.
said, that's high praise. I can't wait till you see the other material that
Download
you know,
that.
at they zenith,
Seriously?
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Without further ado, like I said, Big Bang, we up out of here. VIP, show up in them comments. Let us know where you was or where you were, you know, when this dropped and how you feel about Big Bang. The more support you guys show, the more we gonna get into the group. So, holla.
Love it.